Now for our feature story of the day, Biddy fam. Bitcoin Treasury firms are driving a $200 trillion hyper-Bitcoinization, according to the Bitcoin OG himself, the one and only Adam Back. Let's break this baby down. Can you say hyper-Bitcoinization? Yes, please. Investment firms with Bitcoin-focused treasuries are front-running the global Bitcoin adoption, which may see the world's first cryptocurrency known as Bitcoin soar to 200 trillion market cap in the coming decade. And as of today, the Bitcoin market cap is less than 2 trillion. So you already know, 100x incoming. Institutions and governments around the world are starting to recognize the unique monetary properties of the Biddy. According to Adam Back, the Bitcoin OG himself, the co-founder and CEO of the Blockstream and the inventor of the Hashcash. Yes, please. MSTR and the other treasury companies are an arbitrage of the dislocation between the Bitcoin future and today's fiat world, the fiat apocalypse. A sustainable and scalable 200 trillion trade front-running hyper-Bitcoinization, scalable enough for the most big listed companies to move to a Bitcoin treasury. That's right. Hyper-Bitcoinization refers to the theoretical future where Bitcoin soars to become the largest global currency, replacing fiat money due to the inflationary economics and the growing distrust in the legacy financial system. Quoting Adam Back right here, MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy B, and other treasury companies, such as 21, Jack Muller's new company, are an arbitrage of the dislocation between the Bitcoin future and today's fiat world. A sustainable and scalable 100 to 200 trillion dollar trade front-running hyper-Bitcoinization, scalable enough for the most big listed companies to move to the Bitcoin treasury. That's right. Bitcoin for the treasury. Bitcoin for my enemies. Bitcoin for the Kennedys. Bitcoin over Hennessy. Right, broskies? Bitcoin price outpacing the fiat money inflation remains the main driver of the global hyper-Bitcoinization. Adam said, some people think the treasury strategy is a temporary glitch. I'm saying no, it's an logical, sustainable arbitrage, right? But not forever. The driver is the Bitcoin price going up for 4-year periods faster than the interest and the inflation. That's right. Back's comments come nearly 2 months after President Trump signed the infamous executive order and established the National Bitcoin Reserve for the Bitcoin forfeited in the government criminal cases. Criminal, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. Continued Bitcoin investments from the likes of Strategy, the largest Bitcoin corporate holder, may inspire, no, it will inspire more global firms to follow suit, like we're witnessing. You now have the Japanese version of MicroStrategy, Metaplanet, again, their goal, and you have Semler Scientific. You have all the new ones spawning up out of the woodwork as well. Strategy's approach has proven to be lucrative. Yeah, you can say that again. With the firm's Bitcoin treasury generating over $5.1 billion worth of profit since the beginning of 2025, according to the Strategy co-founder, the one and only Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor. That's right. We also have the Japanese investment firm Metaplanet, known as Asia's MicroStrategy, following in the footsteps of the Saylor put, adopting the similar strategy since surpassing 5,000 of the Biddy in total holdings just a few days back on April 24th. And again, their goal is to have 21,000 Bitcoin by the end of next year. That's a sexy Biddy blackjack. Now, the U.S. financial institutions may also have more confidence in adopting the prelude Biddy after the U.S. Fed withdrew its 2022 guidance, discouraging the banks from engaging with crypto. That's right. The war is over. The war on crypto. Banks are now free to begin supporting the Biddy. And that's according to Saylor. In response to the guidance withdrawal, the banks will now be supervised through the normal processes, signaling a more open regulatory environment for digital asset integration. Couldn't agree more. That ultimately means your local banks can now buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin and accept Bitcoin as collateral, which changes the game. That opens the door to Bitcoin-backed loans. How much would you borrow against your Bitcoin if you can borrow? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much Biddy would a Cathy Wood stack if the Cathy Wood could only stack the Biddy under attack? How much Bitcoin will Michael Saylor accumulate? And how much will the United States of America, China, Russia, as the game theory continues in full effect? You guys let me know, and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream.